Hello everyone, Amanda Brett here, watercolour artist. For everybody who is coming back from holiday and maybe thinking about starting up a painting class, I thought I'd do a little bit of drawing just to help you get back into the swing of things, or something to start so that you've got a little bit of foundation if you've not done any drawing before at all. I'm sorry, can you hear that lawnmower? Always. So I'm doing these cups, these white cups, because I can see the light, I can see some highlights, and I can see some low lights or shadow, form shadow, whatever. I can see a little bit more of a form shadow down here. It's even darker down this side. Unfortunately, because of camera angles, I'm seeing something different from what you're seeing. Really sorry about that, but that's the way it is. The cool thing about I'm seeing something different from what you can see is that nobody can ever judge and say, oh, look at that mistake, because they don't know what you could see. So I've just drawn the rim of the cup that I can see around here. You can see it's a little bit of a highlight on top of the rim of that cup. And what else can I see? I just need to get into the shape of this. You can see that I'm doing it quite roughly. Don't be tempted to try and do it nicely. You can also see, hopefully, that I've got a really super sharp pencil. Make sure if you keep your pencil sharpened, that you've got a good eraser. This pencil is a 3B, and then when I'm done with that, I will move on to a 6B pencil, and you can see that this one is also very sharp. Sometimes I use this general sketching pencil. I really love these general sketching pencils. This one is a 6B, and they're really groovy. I've had this one for a long time, and they do the work. They're really cool because they cover a lot of ground very quickly. Okay, so the point is that you want to start an art class and you want to come to a class and be able to do a little bit of drawing. So now I'm doing just the top edge of the handle of the cup, and then coming down, and got a bit of a twist in there. Oops, I think I've done it wrong. Blast. Which line was I following? I'm going to come out straight from here. There we go, that's better. Wider there. Oh, I can see I started following one line and then my brain changed to another, and that's what confused me. Oh, I can see, look at this mess in here. That's cool. Okay, so that goes under there and joins up with that one, and that one eventually joins up with that one. So I've got a little bit of a gnarly mess going on here. Try not to get too concerned with something like that, because it happens and that's all there is to it. Another little gnarly mess going on down here, but I'm okay with that. I'm just going to shift this other cup here for a second. The reason white cups is because then you can see everything. You're not getting your eyes caught up with the pattern of a cup. What does it really matter? What I want my students to be able to do when they come to my class, I want them to be able to draw a shape. I want them to be able to draw the silhouette of a cup, for example, or the silhouette of a teapot, or the silhouette of a tractor, or the silhouette of a dog or a cow, or whatever it is. Okay, so now that I've been able to draw my silhouette, then I'm thinking about where the light is hitting. The light is hitting in here, so you can see it's lighter here and darker here. So I'm just going to run a little bit of a shadow over here. There we go. I wish I'd done my drawing smaller. Never mind, that's the way it is. And you can see where I'm holding my pencil. I'm holding it right on the edge, and it's quite flat to the paper. I haven't bothered with my rim yet. I'm not worrying about that right now. And you know what? when you're drawing or painting or doing a new subject, you might draw it 20 times in order to satisfy yourself that you've got the shapes that you really, really want or like. So I've got a little bit of a shadow coming down here. I've got a few lights on, so I've got a few highlights and bits and pieces going on that probably I don't really want. Coming down here, coming down there. It's quite dark in there. Okay, and then it's light in here. Look how light it is. But then we've got the slight dark. Can you see that dark in here? And that's helping to form this. So what you'll notice is wherever you go, whatever you look at, I'm just going to run a tone over here, is life is a checkerboard of lights and darks. And what you'll find is that the darks help to highlight the lights. Sorry, I stopped mid-sentence. I do that a lot, I'm sorry. Whoopsie. What? That's going to have to be lighter, so I'm going to have to do something with that. And you know what? You can always just do that and start again. Hold on, I've got to get close. There we go, just blow it all away. Okay, right. There's a few odds and sods, there's a few little reflections and bits and pieces. I'm not going to concern myself too much with those. I can see a reflection down there, but I don't know what it's reflecting from. Interesting. And then there's another shape I can see in here. I'm sketching on some coated, I call it a sketch, I use it for sketching, I don't know what it is, it's called Zeta paper. I love it for sketching because I like sketching on a smooth surface. I can't stand sketching on rough paper, but that's just a taste thing, and you will discover your own taste about what you like and what you don't like and what you're willing to put up with and what you don't like at all. Just made that a little bit darker in there. And you can see I'm still holding my sketch pencil at the tip. A few little reflections and bits and pieces from my doorway. A little bit of a tone over there. And then I really do need that highlight rim. How the devil am I going to make that, okay, without drawing a line? I'm going to come in this way because it suits me. I'm a very rough drawer. That might be because I've been drawing for so long. I'm not really too precious about it anymore. And for me, the drawing is for me to get to painting. And then if I come in under here with a little bit of a dark, smaller strokes, there we go. And I've kind of created the rim for you. Can you see it now in here? There's a myriad of ways of doing it. It is a lot of fun to play with. So I might just give it a real gentle going over there. And the rim is quite dark in here. You can see with my ellipse, whoopsie, my ellipse, which is the curve, the angle, the shape of the rim of the cup. From the angle that I'm sitting at is not very round, and it's not like an egg, it is an ellipse, and there are no points at the corners. It's not like this. Okay, it's quite round. So this is your way to get a rounded ellipse, depending on the weight of the ellipse that you need. And it's good to do these little marks, and then you say to yourself, oh, that's the right one, that's, oopsie, that's not right, look at that, dear me, there we go. Okay, alright, I'll give up on that now. Alright, so I just need a little bit more dark coming down here, and there's a few sorts of reflections and odds and sods and bits and pieces to add to a little bit of the texture. And there's also, now you might not see it from where you are, but there's a highlight right here. So that's bounced off this cup onto that one there. So reflected light, bouncing light, whatever it is you want to call it. I'm going to go to a darker pencil now. This is my 6B now. See if I can deepen up a little bit of. So even though it's a white cup, I'm still going to deepen things up because I want it to be a little bit more interesting perhaps than just a white cup. A little bit darker down here, a little bit darker along the bottom. Whoopsie. And then the bottom of my cup, the ellipse in the cup, is effectively a reflection of this ellipse here. It's just that we can't see it because it's on the inside. If I had a glass, you'd be able to see it. But for now, I'm just ignoring it. Okay, cool. So there you are, drawing a cup to help you get back into the swing of things, or if you're feeling you haven't been able to do very much drawing, this is a really great way of starting to draw. So just grab what you've got in the cupboard. Make sure you've got a bit of a strong light on it where you can. So I've got a couple of lights. I've got overhead lights and I've got studio lighting to my left. You can see the shadow of my hands here. Okay, there we go. A little bit of spit if you need it. Okay, cool. And then there's a couple of little highlights and bits and pieces. I don't know if you can see those in the recording. Deepen that up. Deepen this up a little bit in here as well. Molto bella. Oh, there's a cup in Italian. Masculine or feminine? Tazza. Tazza, I think. So therefore feminine. Molto bella. So I can say that definitely. There we go. Okay. So I'm quite happy with that. So I know now that I could put that in a painting, that I could draw that quite easily. If I was then to put, as I first had it, it's a different ball game. But this will help you to simplify and to get going. This is what you really need. So go and grab a white mug, cup and saucer, whatever it is, something small. Keep your drawing quite small as well, because you don't want to invest in it too much. You want to be able to do something in 5 minutes, bash it out and do it really well. Make it messy, make it dirty and nasty, and rough. What we're interested in is the silhouette shape of the cup, and you might draw it 10 times. Go for it. Have fun with it and see what you come up with, and then go and get something else out of your cupboard, out of your kitchen that has got a different shape again. So maybe a pepper grinder. Oh, I love drawing pepper grinders. I love painting pepper grinders. And wine glasses, although those kinds of things are a little bit more difficult because of course it's glass and it's see-through, so not always that useful for this sort of thing, but definitely cups and saucers because we've always got them loafing around. Anyway, see you at class. Watercolour classes start on February 13th, Tuesday, 2018. Classes are nearly booked. So if you've got a friend who wants to come and paint with us, tell them to whip into my website, www.amandabrett.net. And if you'd like to come to Italy, go to my website again, www.amandabrett.net, and book yourself in to come to Italy with me. And that trip is May 2018. Catch up everybody soon. Ciao ciao for now. See you later. Bye bye.